Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has spent now more than 6 hours at the Enforcement Directorate, where he's been questioned today in the National Herald case, and it comes amid high drama with Congress leaders, party MPs, workers and others holding protests not just in Delhi but across the country. Rahul Gandhi went into the ED office this morning just before 11 a.m. accompanied by his sister Priyanka. She left a short while after that, but the Delhi police denied the Congress permission to hold a protest march near the ED office, the ED headquarters in Delhi, citing law and order issues, etc. So they imposed Section 144, which doesn't allow the assembly of more than 4 people at the spot. And as a result of that, as Congress leaders came marching towards the headquarters, they were detained, including Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and others, other MPs. Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal also roughed up by the police. That footage is also there, which we'll show you in a moment. But Rahul Gandhi briefly left for a lunch break in between, went to see his mother Sonia Gandhi, who's in hospital with COVID complications, before returning later in the afternoon, and he has since been at the ED office now for about 6 hours, as we said. My colleague Arvind joining us with more on that developing story. Well, we'll go across to Arvind in just a short while, but let's take a look at how the day's developments panned out today.
With his sister Priyanka by his side and scores of Congress leaders hitting the streets, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi walked into the office of the Enforcement Directorate in Delhi, where he was questioned in connection with the National Herald case. A few hundred meters away, Congress leaders like General Secretary K.C. Venugopal were manhandled by the Delhi police as they protested the summons to Rahul Gandhi. The police had put prohibitory orders in place around the ED headquarters, denying the Congress permission to hold a protest march, citing the communal and law and order situation and VVIP movements. Several other Congress leaders, including MPs and Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, were detained at the Tughlaq Road police station as they tried to march to the ED office. Priyanka Gandhi landed up in solidarity.
एक तरफ राहुल गांधी जी और सोनिया जी के ऊपर जो ईडी के छापे डाले, यहाँ उनको नोटिस दिए, वो बिल्कुल गलत है, कोई तुक नहीं है, कोई आधार नहीं है। दूसरा, जो लोग आए पूरे मुल्क से, वो बताने के लिए आए पूरे मुल्क का मिजाज क्या है, सच्चाई क्या है, लोग क्या समझ रहे हैं ईडी के बारे में, सीबी के बारे में, इनकम टैक्स के छापों के बारे में।
उनका तरीका ही है कि सारी एजेंसियों को इस्तेमाल करने का। जब भी वो कोने में होते हैं, कभी कोई उनका स्पोक्सपर्सन गलत बोलता है और माहौल ख़राब होता है देश भर में, तो उसको छुपाने के लिए या तो मेरा नाम इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा या मेरे परिवार के किसी सदस्य का।
The Congress has made the summons to the Gandhis an all-out political issue, targeting the ED for only questioning opposition leaders. The party held nationwide protests today in states like MP, UP, Maharashtra, Assam and Kerala. It drew an angry retort from the BJP, which fielded Smriti Irani.
मैं देश को बतलाना चाहूंगी कि ये लोकतंत्र को बचाने का प्रयास नहीं है, गांधी खानदान की 2000 करोड़ की संपत्ति को बचाने का प्रयास है।
The ED's probe is about alleged financial irregularities in the Young Indian Private Limited and Associated Journals Limited that owns the National Herald newspaper. The Congress has denied any wrongdoing and calls the probe a witch hunt.
Since 2016, most of the political leaders summoned or arrested by the Enforcement Directorate are from the opposition parties. Also, the conviction rate of the agency is also very poor, with just 25 cases seeing conviction as on date out of 5,422 cases registered by the agency so far. Sonia Gandhi, who is currently being treated at Gangaram Hospital for COVID-related illness, has also been summoned by the agency for questioning on June 23rd. With Sukirti Dwivedi and camera person Sanjay Kaushik, this is Arvind Gunasekar for NDTV.